Dancing, teaching you the language of peace. Let's go.
Hey, Music Familia, you're kicking it live with ANTMAN only on musicfamiliaproductions.com. Remember, CBD living water is for the living. Get yours today.
Oh, what a double play!
Let's see it.
That'll be the day.
Kings and world leaders.
I'm gonna sing it. Cause I get things cooking. You stare, you how long you drama?
Don't you dare change that station. You're listening to Columbus's newest radio program.
Sweet mother of God, what is the holdup?
This is the Sunday Morning Meltdown with your hosts, Anthony Ant-Man Schaefer, Josh, and the intern Siobhan, exclusively on musicfamiliaproductions.com.
Oh, man. What is up, Music Familia? It is Sunday morning. You guys know what time that is. It is Sunday Morning Meltdown. I am your host, Ant-Man, all the way till 10 o'clock this morning. And again, it is very, very, very quiet here in the studio this morning, hanging out live. Josh called off this morning. He had two back-to-back gigs that he had to make. So he is not going to be able to be here for the morning show. Siobhan is running late, and she will be here late as well. So today, Sunday morning's Meltdown, we, Ant-Man and myself, am waking up. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome, awesome morning. I know we are in the process of getting over some new things, changed over, and making some new things happen. We really haven't had a chance to really talk about those things, and hopefully we're going to have a chance to talk about those things today. We're going to have some new love from Siobhan. She's also going to have your horoscopes. We're also going to talk about what happens when you decide that you want to go topless and then decide to hang out of a moving motor vehicle. Yeah. And I want to give a huge shout out to my sponsors, all my partners in crime, Columbus Botanical Depot, Ryan Woods, my man from Designs by Raw, my YouTube partner, RockyXTV at youtube.com/RockyXTV. I want to give a shout out to Photo Niche and AP, my man Dave Sheets. I also want to give a huge shout out to Columbus Events Group. We went over, hung out with Columbus Events Group over the weekend while they had their JJ Lawhorn show. And I have to tell you, man, it was a really awesome show. If you guys didn't get a chance to check it out, man, you guys missed one hell of a show. But for a lot more than that, man, we're going to be coming up here in a little while with some talk segments. We're going to open up the phone lines in the 9 o'clock hour give you guys an opportunity to call in and be part of the show. I can't believe that it's 15th of October already. I don't even know where the month has gone. It's just absolutely... I don't even know how to describe it to you. Like, it's just... I think it's absolutely crazy that we're already almost halfway through October and going into November. So this is going to be one awesome... hopefully it's going to be an awesome Halloween. I don't know. I know it's rained in the last few years, so it's kind of like a tradition. If it doesn't rain or if it doesn't sleet or if it doesn't snow on Halloween, then I guess maybe it's not considered a good Halloween, but I think that's BS. I think it's time for, you know, some sunny weather for some trick-or-treaters, man. How about that? I remember when I was a kid being able to go trick-or-treating and all that, and the weather was not what it is today when I was a kid. But all right, guys, so we're going to get into a couple commercials here. We're going to pay some bills. Hopefully you guys are ready for an awesome morning. We have a lot in store for you guys, and we're going to get over a couple of these commercials over here so we can pay some bills, because you know how important that is. And what else do we got here? I think that's going to about cover it, man. So here we go. We're going to get some commercials, pay some bills, and we'll be right back after this. Get some orange juice, get some breakfast, get whatever you need, and get ready. We're going to be kicking your face in sooner than you think. Hold tight. Hey, Music Familia. You're kicking it live with ANTMAN only on musicfamiliaproductions.com. Remember, CBD living water is for the living. Get yours today. From local to national, ZTPMag.com delivers it all. Raw, beautiful, and bold. Go to ZTPMag.com today. Check out info on some of your favorite music, tech, food, and rides.
ZTP Mag has it all. I mean, seriously, where else am I going to get that kind of info? Plus, it's all free at the touch of a finger on all my devices. It's like the people working for the mag understand what their viewers want and the importance of involving them.
You heard the lady.
Get over to ZTPMag.com.
Hey guys, Josh from the Sunday Morning Meltdown here. Music Familia Productions is always looking for new sponsors for the shows. For more information, go to musicfamiliaproductions.com. If you have any specific questions or requests, send your emails to musicfamiliaproductions@gmail.com. From all of us here at Music Familia Productions, we thank you for your continued support.
Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. At Cold Cock, we believe life is about taking your shot. It's about sharing your soul with the people who care to listen, not selling it to whoever will buy it. At Cold Cock, we also believe fine spirits are truly about celebrating the greatest moments in life with true friends. And that's what we strive to put into every bottle of Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. So here's our best wish to whatever you raise your glass for. Take your shot. Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. Must be 21 to drink, and please drink responsibly.
Do you need home repairs? Do you want a new style to your home but don't know where to start? Well, call Kimball Home Repairs and Renovations, and owner and founder Glenn Kimball will come out personally and give you an estimate on the job. Commercial or residential, we can do it. Kitchens, bathrooms, basements, we can do it. Drywall, paint, flooring, plumbing, we can do it. Whatever the job, big or small, we can do it. For over 35 years, Kimball Home Repairs and Renovations has satisfied thousands of customers with high-quality service at reasonable rates. Please call Glenn Kimball for your free estimate at 614-206-9459. Again, that's 614-206-9459. Or email at kimbaldrywalandpaint@yahoo.com. Kimball Home Repairs and Renovations has been family-owned for the past 35 years, and we now consider you part of the family too. Please call at 614-206-9459 for your free estimate now.
Hey, do you have a job that requires a trucking company? Here at Manessi Trucking and Repair, Manessi specializes in hauling, such as gravel, asphalt, and dirt. There's no job too big or too small. Here at Manessi, we have over 40 trucks to serve your hauling needs. Also, during the 27 years of being in business, Manessi specializes in repairing heavy and light-duty equipment. Any engine size, from a pickup truck to a D9 dozer. Broke down? Here at Manesse, they also make service calls. Get you up and running again. Give Don or Brian Manesse a call at 614-921-9183 or stop by at 1715 Atlas Street in Columbus off of Tradeview or at ManesseTrucking.com. Remember, needy material hauled or equipment fixed, give a call to Manesse Trucking and Repair.
With winter quickly approaching, it's time to start thinking about how you're going to get rid of that dreaded snow and ice that surrounds your home or business. The experts at Landscape Design Solutions have you covered. The winter season can be brutal on roadways, sidewalks, and on your wallet. So give Jeff or Jacob at Landscape Design Solutions a call at 614-632-7737 or see all they have to make a beautiful landscape for your home or office at landscapedesignSolution.com. Landscape Design Solutions, taking a concept and turning it into reality.
What's going on, Siobhan?
Not too much. What's up?
There we go. Try that. I had to
Can
turn
you
your.
hear me now?
Well, yeah, I had to turn. So we had the audio issues last week.
Right. Yeah. Did you get that figured out?
So
I saw some testing.
So I got all the audio supposedly taken care of here, and this is gonna be our first test. You ready? Here we go. Hey. We have music.
Well.
So, what's going on, Siobhan?
Not too much.
Josh is out because Josh's pussy hurts. I mean, he had 2 shows.
Yeah, no,
back to back.
Yeah, he's a working man, so
I thought it was kind of interesting that he hit me up at like midnight last night.
I bet your wife was
like 1
pissed.
o'clock. My wife wasn't even home
Actually,
yet.
I was going to say, I know because I talked to your wife yesterday. She didn't get home until late.
My wife wasn't even home yet, and he had already called off for the morning show. So, I don't know. I'm going to have a conversation with that.
It's like 2 strikes, right?
That's 2 weeks in a row. Yeah.
Upper management's not going to be happy about that.
Yeah, I don't know. We're going to have to find out. We're going to figure out something. I know they're gonna start asking questions eventually.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So,
well, I might be late, but at least I'm here. I had to bring the baby to the studio today. My husband had a project he had to go to work for, and so I had to bring her in with me. And she doesn't like being woke up this early. She's more of a sleep till 10 kind of baby. But
if there's even that kind of thing.
She fusses through it, but the problem is when she sleeps until 10, and I'm sure some mothers can attest to this, that when she wakes up, she's not hungry. She is hangry. I'll rip your face off. Give me food. So the advantage to waking her up much earlier than she's used to, of course, is that then she's not so hangry. I'll rip your face off. Give me food. Then she's just, I'm a little hungry. I'm going to eat my hand. So
I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here's my
feed me or I'll stab you.
Here's my finger, and here's my fist in my mouth.
But yeah, so I had to take care of her, get her situated upstairs in the office portion of the studio before I came down.
Yeah, a lot of people it's funny, they come to the studio and they're always surprised by the studio. They never really know what to expect. And so, we get clients that are in the waiting room and they're like, "Okay, well, this looks like a doctor's office." And then but when they pull up, they're like, "This ain't a studio." "Oh, wait. It is a studio."
Right.
Oh! And then they're like, "Boy, I wish I had this in my studio. I wish I had this in my
deceiving.
Yeah, right, yeah. So, good morning, Carl. What's going on, man? Hope you are having an awesome morning. Carl from Integrated Music Solutions hit me up early this morning, man. Was like, "Oh, yeah, shit, I forgot you're doing a morning show." And he hit me up this morning letting me know that Family Video, we might have an opportunity to do some advertising or some sponsorship or some work with Family Video.
Oh, really now?
The movie rental place, yeah, on a regional scale.
I mean, that'd be awesome because, their competitor that went down in flames once upon a time ago, Blockbuster.
Didn't you used to work there?
I used to work there. Yeah, actually, that was my favorite job next to working here. There's something about getting paid to basically just hang out that you can't beat.
Right.
and not to mention getting paid to hang out and also get 10 free movies a week.
So what? Everybody was like, "Oh man, it's got to be the coolest job in the world. Like, it's got to be the coolest job in the world because you get to take home movies. You get to." I'm like, yeah, but you know what, dude? I went and I applied before I got this job. I went to Family Video and I applied at the Family Video. Did you know that you have to do a timed math test of the division type?
That makes sense actually, because I have seen them in some situations have to manually do the math because of their system being so old. So I think that's why.
Yeah.
Like Blockbuster, everything was done for us. Our POS was a little more updated of a POS, so we didn't have to do that.
It is a little bit more updated of a piece of shit. It is. Yeah.
So so I think that's probably why, is because, well, and plus, let's be honest, the Family Videos aren't exactly located in the nicest areas of town. You want to make sure that the people are at least halfway educated so you don't have, issues with your clientele coming in and being upset by your employees.
It never.
I'm trying to say it the nicest I can.
It never ceases to amaze how local works, or how a strategic placement can be kind of funny when you think about, like, the stores, and in conjunction with where the actual normal people are, in conjunction with where I don't even know what the word is for those people. It seems like a Family Video is always in a lower class. I don't mean to be disrespectful.
No, but it is, because that's the thing. Family Video has been around for a long time. Like, I remember going there when I was a kid. Now, when I was a kid, and it's the one that's, not too far from the studio. I went there as a kid, and when I was a kid, it was a whole different neighborhood. But now it's not such a nice neighborhood, and a lot of the Family Videos are in the lesser neighborhoods, if you will. Because the Hollywood Videos and the Blockbusters, when they were around.
That's a name I have not heard in a while.
Those were in nicer areas because they're more expensive.
Right.
They were more corporate.
And they have less deals for people. I noticed that Family Video's upping their game if you have a cell phone, which, who doesn't have a cell phone these days? You can text in.
Even old people have cell phones.
You can text in. You can get almost a free movie every day.
That's pretty awesome.
So I always get notifications for free movies, but in conjunction with where the movie is to where I live and where the studio is, it's not conducive for me to run all the way there for one movie.
Right.
Now, if I can get that movie for 5 days, sure, why the hell not? But if it's a one-night rental...
Yeah, I know your wife's complained to me about that a couple of times. She's like, I don't know why he has this insistent need to buy, like, 5 movies at once, and we never watch them, and they're all one-day rentals.
Because they're all good movies, and we know how the movie game goes. We go there looking for the movie, and then we're like, oh, this came out too.
That's how they get you.
And then you grab it, and then before you know it, you're up late watching all those movies.
That's exactly how they get you too. Is they put them all on the same, they put them all on the outer wall. We did it at Blockbuster.
Alphabetical order my ass. And then we're gonna create this wall over here.
Well, yeah, there's like specialty walls. This is the feature kind of thing. But it's so true. They do that. They put them in a line. So you go down the line because you don't know exactly where the alphabet changes. So that's how they get you, by going down the line, because most people do that. They just start at the front because that's at the front of the store, and they go around to the end because it's at the end of the store.
Right, along
by
with
the registers.
candy.
And the candy, exactly.
Yeah.
It's totally like there's a whole system plan in place for Video Store.
My inner fat
It's
child.
just Blockbuster didn't do it very well, and that's why they closed. Same with Hollywood Video.
Yeah.
And Family Video is not so corporate that they're out to rape people on late fees and things like that. And so because of that, they're still in the game. They're like the only video store left in Columbus.
I know. Yeah.
Everything else has died off because of Netflix and Hulu and cable and online
Netflix.
streaming and all these different things. But because they've
series
stayed
cravings.
competitive, yeah, you can't even get that anymore.
No, I know.
But,
I know.
yeah, because they've stayed competitive in a market that was ever changing and evolving, they were able to actually survive. Plus, let's be real here, all of their customers are loyal customers that have probably gone to Family Video for the last 5 to 6 years.
Yeah.
Well before any of these things took off.
Right. I don't know. So we went to the Alarosa Villa for the JJ Lawhorn show.
We did.
And we got to see Miss Mary and
love that lady to
Columbus
death.
Events Group and all the fine personnel over there.
I wish she were my grandma. She's amazing.
Mary,
can you adopt me as your grandchild?
There's a lot of people that are probably like, oh man, I want Mary Coffin as my grandmother. Like, man. And it was a great show. You know, I'm gonna be honest. Though, you know, I feel like the Quarter Horse Congress and I feel like a couple of other strategically placed shows really kind of dick punched the show.
I think the main thing was the Quarter Horse Congress, though, because there's just no, like, that is something you cannot compete with.
You know, they raised the raised the prices on the Quarter Horse Congress this year.
They do every year. They do
Yeah,
every year by a couple of dollars at least.
It was $20 last year from some people I was talking to. Excuse me. It's so early. Some of the people I was talking to said that they were spending like between $15 and $20 a ticket last year, depending on where your seat was.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
This year's $25 to $30.
Well,
and that's for general admission seats.
Right, but you have to remember that every year there's more. You know, there's more going on every year. They're always adding things. They're always, you know, making it better.
Every year, more horses get drugged by the Quarter Horse Congress. No, I'm kidding.
But, you know, and you have to think, too, that, you know, because they're using the facility, so they have to pay facility fees. There are all these fees on the backside of it that people don't think about for something like that.
The horse poop fee, because there's a lot of horse poop.
Yeah, cleanup fee, you know. There's a lot that goes into it. So, and again, that's that whole cost of living versus everything else.
It always comes back to that.
It really does. Like, as much
as
we hate it, it comes back to that. The cost of living is what determines everything. The cost of doing things is what determines everything. And unfortunately, a lot of the time, the little guys like us get screwed on that bargain.
We're changing that, though.
We're trying.
We're changing that.
Sure as hell trying.
So, Siobhan, you got some horoscopes and some love for us today?
I do. I had a busy weekend with the show and then my other job, so I was a little behind. But I do have horoscopes today, and I do have a couple of other stories. I just got to get them pulled up on here because
that's all right.
You know, unfortunately, my iPad and my Windows computer don't talk yet. I hope maybe one of the Apple updates that they've been doing like every day for the last 2 weeks.
That would make it easy. and we all know
that's why they
don't
Google
want
Drive.
it easy. Right. So you have love and horoscopes. I have a story about what happens when you decide that you want to hang out of your passenger door topless and be on vacation at the same time. So
that doesn't sound very smart.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We got douchebag criminals coming up. We have, and this lovely, lovely, lovely charity. We're going to be talking about this charity here. This is pretty important. We were tasked with the opportunity to be a part of Lynette's children's charity. And for those of you who don't know, Lynette's Country Barbecue is a new, but I would say still up-and-coming food truck. And it's a barbecue food truck, but they've went one step further. Lynette's Country Barbecue has went ahead and gotten a very old school I believe 60s style, 63.
I thought he said 63-ish.
Yeah, I believe it's a 1963 fire truck. This was donated by Falls Township Fire Department. They're looking to do children fundraisers for kids with cancer, autism, and any kind of disability that they have. This fire truck that they have kindly put a picture of here in the phrasing, they're trying to raise money to purchase. They're going to retrofit it with a barbecue smoker and a grill for hot dogs and hamburgers. It's going to have coolers and sinks to make it kid-friendly, and it's also going to have a low-pressure sprinkler system and water hoses with auxiliary switches and buttons for the sirens and lights for the children with wheelchairs. This truck is being designed to let kids with disabilities have fun with it and enjoy themselves. For any information or more information on how you guys can support this cause or help the kids, give my man Larry Trimmer a call, 740-304-5303, or email him at linettesbarbecue@yahoo.com. Now, Siobhan, this is something that should speak really, really dear to you. Your brother, Brandon, shout out to Brandon, by the way, hell of a drummer.
I won't do it, but we have a family name for it. Well, we have it.
Brandy?
We have it.
Yeah, Brandy.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do it, but since you did it, I love you, Brandy.
Yeah.
That goes way back to our uncle who passed away when we were kids.
Yeah.
So I keep him alive by calling it. He hates it. He
does hate it. He does hate it.
Oh my God, he gives you that look every time, but I love it.
So, but this, all jokes aside, this actually should ring pretty loud to you. Simply because Brandon's daughter.
Not only is Skylar autistic, but actually there are a couple of other kids in my family, nieces and nephews of mine, that actually have autistic tendencies as well, or disabilities of the learning type, learning disabilities. So yeah, it actually, when we were speaking to Larry about it, it really kind of rang with me because, not only is it a fire truck, and all kids love fire trucks, but then of course what they're doing and the way that they're going with it is just amazing, because that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize or understand, that children with autism have a lot of sensory issues, and it may be very basic sensory issue, like they have to wear sunglasses indoors because lights are too bright, or it may be something so extreme that they can't touch certain materials and certain textures because it doesn't feel right to them, and
one of my friends, high school friends back home, they just recently found out that their kid was autistic, and one of the things that they had said that they had found out that they wish they would have known was that they would always put his shoes on, put his socks on, put his shoes on. Well, certain children's socks have a texture or a coarseness or a roughness to them. And you seem like you can only really find the soft socks for babies.
Right.
You don't really see the soft
they
stuff
don't make them like that for adults.
Yeah.
Not unless you get those specialty ones.
Right. And we all know how much those are on Amazon.
Right. Or how crazy you look wearing them.
Yeah. So they were putting him in shoes and socks, and he was throwing a fit. A crazy fit. I went to the doctor, and the family doctor was like, have you ever thought of them being autistic? And of course, snapped right to it. Obviously, there's something wrong with autistic kids. His wife responded, "What? My kid doesn't have autism." The quick parent denial. You know what I'm talking about? No.
There's nothing wrong with my kid. My kid's fine.
No, that is not my child. No, he's not my child. But in all reality, long story short, after doing a bunch of testing, all they had to do was remove the kid's socks. They took the kid's socks off, and he calmed down, and they couldn't figure it out. So, long story short, their son hates socks, and it's an autistic trip for him. So that's
actually probably the least strange one that I've heard of. Actually, I've heard a couple of different. I know there was an autistic child that a friend of mine. It was her daughter, I believe it was a while back, but she couldn't wear jean material. So like blue jeans, couldn't wear them. She had to wear like sweatpants or something similar to, or like the swishy workout pants. Or she couldn't wear jean material. She the way that it felt on her skin made
I couldn't
her
wear corduroy
freak
growing
out.
up. I couldn't wear corduroy. The corduroy, like I don't think that's what they're called. Like they had the lines in them.
Oh yeah, that's corduroy.
Corduroy,
yeah.
So I couldn't wear that.
That's old school. No, none of the younger generation know what corduroy is. I'm sure.
I don't even think they make it anymore.
No, I'm pretty sure. But wait, you know what? Like 5 years is about right. It's about due back in 5 years.
You know what? It all seems to take a trip around and come right back around.
Oh yeah, always.
So we got a lot to talk about today, man. It's 8:30. We're going all the way till 10 o'clock. We're gonna get a couple commercials in here. And we're going to pay some bills for you guys. I'm going to give a huge shout-out to some of the sponsors, Columbus Botanical Depot, my man Joe. Hit him up, cbdhemphealth.com. For your first purchase, use hashtag ANTMANVersus to get your first 5 to 10% off of your first purchase over there at cbdhemphealth.com. Also, if you're looking for some graphic design work, go ahead. Give my man Ryan Woods a call, 614-425-7901, Raw Designs, designsbyraw.com. Also, my main man, Rocky X from Rocky X TV, youtube.com/Rocky X TV for all your do-it-yourself needs, and patreon.com/Rocky X TV. If you want to become a patron of the show, you can donate and be part of it, and you can see your awesome, sexy name right there on his show and all that. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to donate just to see just for 1 week. Just to see my video or my name on his video for 1 week. I think it would be cool.
Just see your name in lights?
Just to see my name in my own lights. Not my lights, my own lights. I want to see my name in some KC lights. What do you think, Rocky? We can do that. Now, met my man, Dave Sheets from Photo Nation AP. I haven't heard from that crazy ginger in a long time.
Yeah, you know, the last time I heard from him is when we had that ghost pepper salsa last week. I sent him a message about it.
My asshole's still on fire.
Man, I haven't been able to eat anymore. It's still sitting in the fridge.
It's still in the fridge. Yeah, I saw that. It's in the studio
I think what
fridge.
I'm gonna do is I'm
to freeze it.
I'm either gonna use it in like sloppy joes and
Chili.
things like that, chili, soups. Or I'm just going to put it out in a dish one time at an office party and watch people die.
Oh, my God. Well, now I know that the office Christmas party this year is going to be a little off-kilter. If there's a line in the bathroom, I know Siobhan brought hot sauce. So I will run a little late to the Christmas party this year so I can see all the tobacco break down. But so we're going to get some commercials here. I guess we'll pay some bills. And we'll be right back after this. Siobhan, what do you got coming up after this?
Oh, let's see
Anything
here.
fun?
Well, I guess we could go ahead and do horoscopes a little early. But I do have some information about the successor of the iPhone X.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that, too.
Crapple.
Oh, you've got one, shush.
I do. Now. Now. All right, man. We'll be right back after this. Check it out, musicfamiliaproductions.com for all your awesome needs with music and all that fun stuff. So Joe Rogan talks about not doing marijuana for 12 days. You know, he's an avid MMAer.
Mm-hmm.
He's an avid podcaster. But he stopped doing marijuana for 14 days.
Really?
He's a huge supporter of marijuana, so this is a big deal.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't actually smoke on his podcast. Not that I've seen, but
No,
I know
he smokes in between breaks.
He smokes on breaks,
Yeah.
which is basically the same thing.
Right.
You know, you just can't see him do it.
You just can't see him do it, right? That's kind of like when you go to break, like here, and you're in the studio. You go to break and you come back and it's cloudy in the studio, and you're like, oh. You know, he's like, some of the adults are like, oh, I know what they're doing. And some of the other kids are like, oh, that's a smoky camera angle. I don't understand. Like, go to bed. All right, we're going to get some bills here, pay some bills on the commercials, and we'll be right back after this. Sunday Morning Meltdown with ANTMAN, Siobhan, and Josh is holding his kitty somewhere. Shout out to Josh, making that money. We'll be right back after this. Hey, Music Familia, you're kicking it live with ANTMAN only on musicfamiliaproductions.com. Remember, CBD living water is for the living. Get yours today. From local to national, ZTPMag.com delivers it all. Raw, beautiful, and bold. Go to ZTPMag.com today. Check out info on some of your favorite music, tech, food, and rides.
ZTP Mag has it all. I mean, seriously, where else am I going to get that kind of info? Plus, it's all free at the touch of a finger on all my devices. It's like the people working for the mag understand what their viewers want and the importance of involving them.
You heard, lady.
Get over to ZTPMag.com.
Hey guys, Josh from the Sunday Morning Meltdown here. Music Familia Productions is always looking for new sponsors for the shows. For more information, go to musicfamiliaproductions.com. If you have any specific questions or requests, send your emails to musicfamiliaproductions@gmail.com. From all of us here at Music Familia Productions, we thank you for your continued support.
Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. At Cold Cock, we believe life is about taking your shot. It's about sharing your soul with the people who care to listen, not selling it to whoever will buy it. At Cold Cock, we also believe fine spirits are truly about celebrating the greatest moments in life with true friends. And that's what we strive to put into every bottle of Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. So here's our best wish to whatever you raise your glass for. Take your shot. Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. Must be 21 to drink, and please drink responsibly.
Do you need home repairs? Do you want a new style to your home but don't know where to start? Well, call Kimball Home Repairs and Renovations, and owner and founder Glenn Kimball will come out personally and give you an estimate on the job. Commercial or residential, we can do it. Kitchens, bathrooms, basements, we can do it. Drywall, paint, flooring, plumbing, we can do it. Whatever the job, big or small, we can do it. For over 35 years, Kimball Home Repairs and Renovations has satisfied thousands of customers with high-quality service at reasonable rates. Please call Glenn Kimball for your free estimate at 614-206-9459. Again, that's 614-206-9459. Or email at kimbaldrywalandpaint@yahoo.com. Kimball Home Repairs and Renovations has been family-owned for the past 35 years, and we now consider you part of the family too. Please call at 614-206-9459 for your free estimate now.
Hey, do you have a job that requires a trucking company? Here at Manesi Trucking and Repair, Manesi specializes in hauling, such as gravel, asphalt, and dirt. There's no job too big or too small. Here at Manesi, we have over 40 trucks to serve your hauling needs. Also, during the 27 years of being in business, Manesi specializes in repairing heavy and light-duty equipment, any engine size from a pickup truck to a D9 dozer. Broke down? Here at Manesi, they also make service calls. Get you up and running again. Give Don or Brian Manesi a call at 614-921-9183 or stop by at 1715 Atlas Street in Columbus off of Trayview or at ManesiTrucking.com. Remember, needy material hauled or equipment fixed, give a call to Manesi Trucking and Repair.
With winter quickly approaching, it's time to start thinking about how you're going to get rid of that dreaded snow and ice that surrounds your home or business. The experts at Landscape Design Solutions have you covered. The winter season can be brutal on roadways, sidewalks, and on your wallet. So give Jeff or Jacob at Landscape Design Solutions a call at 614-632-7737 or see all they have to make a beautiful landscape for your home or office at landscapedesignSolution.com. Landscape Design Solutions, taking a concept and turning it into reality.
Have you been seeking furniture to replace your old one? Well, look no further. Payless Furniture and Mattress. Carries all Ashley furniture at the lowest prices in town. Sofas and love seats starting at $5.99. 4-piece bedroom suite starting at $3.99, which includes headboard, rails, dresser, and mirror. Queen mattress and box starting at $189 with 5-year warranty. No credit check. However, bring in 30-day printout of bank statement. Must be a recent pay stub. A voided check. If you don't have a voided check, bank verification forms will do. 90 days same as cash, as well as layaway and finance. Payless Furniture and Mattress is located at 5139 East Main Street, Columbus, Ohio 43213. Again, 5139 East Main Street, Columbus, Ohio 43213. Or you can call them at 614-866-9755. Again, that number is 614-866-9755. So get in your vehicles and come see us at Payless Furniture and Mattress. Store hours are Monday through Saturday, 10:30 to 7:30. Sundays, 12 to 5.
I, like many others, lived my life thinking it would never happen to me. When I received the news after a normal doctor's appointment that changed my life, I was diagnosed with cancer. I thought, how could this happen to me? And where would the money come from for treatment? After turning to my pastor for guidance, he referred me to Christians Overcoming Cancer, a faith-based organization. Christians Overcoming Cancer is a 501c3 nonprofit organization helping cancer patients succeed on their road to recovery through awareness, emotional support, and financial relief. Any person in active treatment for cancer can apply for assistance. If you'd like to give donations, they can be given online at www.christiansovercomingcancer.com, at any Huntington Bank location, via U.S. Mail, 200 East Campus View Boulevard, Suite 200, Columbus, Ohio 43235, or by phone at 614-985-3750. Christians Overcoming Cancer, helping everyone succeed on their road to recovery.
Have you been seeking furniture to replace your old one? Well, look no further. Payless Furniture and Mattress carries all Ashley furniture at the lowest prices in town. Sofas and love seats starting at $5.99. 4-piece bedroom suite starting at $3.99, which includes headboard, rails, dresser, and mirror. Queen mattress and box starting at $189 with 5-year warranty. No credit check. However, bring in 30-day printout of bank statement. Must be a recent pay stub. A voided check. If you don't have a voided check, bank verification forms will do. 90 days same as cash, as well as layaway and finance. Payless Furniture and Mattress is located at 5139 East Main Street, Columbus, Ohio 43213. Again, 5139 East Main Street, Columbus, Ohio 43213. Or you can call them at 614-866-9755. Again, that number is 614-866-9755. So get in your vehicles and come see us at Payless Furniture and Mattress. Store hours are Monday through Saturday, 10:30 to 7:30. Sundays, 12 to 5.
What's going on, Music Familia? We are back to Sunday Morning Meltdown. So, this is quite interesting. This came up this morning. So, it turns out Harvey Weinstein is at it again. And this time it appears that really there is no ends to a means of how far this guy, this producer, has went in his illustrious career as a film producer. So it turns out Harvey Weinstein says that basically Marlene Jobert says that Harvey Weinstein sexually harassed her daughter, actress Eva Green, as allegations of the producer's misconduct continue to surface. And he even threatened as far as going out to threaten the star if she didn't sleep with him. This is all upon the whole issue that he had. He obviously can't keep his hands to himself, can't keep his comments to himself, and furthermore than that, Marlene Jobert says that Harvey Weinstein sexually harassed daughter Eva Green. She's a victim of this horrible man. The mother of actress Eva Green says that James Bond actress was targeted by Harvey Weinstein. On Friday, Green's mother, French actress Marlene Jobert, told Europe 1 Radio that her daughter was also sexually harassed by the movie mogul for 2 years. My daughter Eva was the victim of this horrible man, the 76-year-old star said, adding she's speaking on her daughter's behalf. At the time, I was truly horrified, so scandalized that I wanted to do something, but my daughter said, absolutely not. You do not know the evil that he is capable of. While her daughter has resisted speaking out personally since the allegations concerning Weinstein have arisen, Jobert said that she was motivated to add another testimony because it isn't possible that this guy goes unpunished. This odious character must be pursued and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Talking about Harvey Weinstein. Now, Green, who is the star of Penny Dreadful, and that's a show, Siobhan, that I told you that you should...
I was going to say, that's why I recognized her name. Okay.
Yep, and she was in James Bond, and I think she might even been in Pirates, too,
I'm not really good with, like, names of actresses and actors. Like, you bring them up all the time, and I'm like, I just look at you like you're, really? Because I'm the kind of person, like, I will never forget your face, but I will play hell trying to...
On the left.
Yeah, see? I know who she is now. Yeah.
And I believe she might even been in a couple. Maybe she might even been in Harry Potter, or no, not Harry Potter.
Yeah, there's a couple things.
Mrs. Oh God, it's a crazy title where she's like a witch, or not a witch, but she's like a babysitter and she's got kids. Oh, I can't think of it. I'm gonna look it up. Anyway, while her daughter resists to speak out personally, her mom, Eva Green's mom, thinks that it's important that he be run through the dirt. Turns out Weinstein was targeting Green during the 2010-2011 shooting of Penny Dreadful. Jobert said to escape confrontation, Green tried to not reply. She was intimidated by this guy and had so much power, and obviously so much power over all cinema, that he must have put obstacles in her way because he was so vexed by the whole issue that she said no, and he threatened to ruin her. It was a difficult time to recover. She prefers to forget and not talk about it today, as her career has gracefully taken off. So she really doesn't want to go backwards. She only wants to go forwards.
I can understand that. I mean, I definitely don't blame her in that respect at all.
For Green's mom to come out of nowhere, until her retirement in the 90s, Jobert was much sought-after star who had played opposite Belmondo, Depardieu, and Charles Bronson. Speaking to the news radio station, she described Weinstein as tenacious. He insisted for several months every time he was in Paris that he called them and tried to see them, both the mom and the daughter.
Wow.
Jobert stressed that Weinstein's approach was a professional rendezvous with the offer of a starring role. Under the pretext of a professional appointment, he'd given her a script with a beautiful key role on it. And as his office was also in this hotel suite, they'd go up, and then he'd promised her, like all the others, that he'd favorize their careers in exchange for sexual favors. Eva managed to escape him, but he threatened to destroy her professionally. Her mother explained because of this big pig has been outed by a victim out for revenge, she would forbid directors to select them. That's a brutal reaction to take on a young actress because it was putting themselves in danger of being scratched off casting lists, all because they wouldn't sleep with anybody. Sports Illustrated swimsuit model Angie Everhart told her own story on KLOS Radio Friday, saying Weinstein once masturbated in front of her while they were both on a boat in the Venice Film Festival years ago. I had just arrived and I was sleeping. I was in my bed, she said. I woke up and Harvey was standing over my bed with that lone, frightening feeling inside. She continues to go on. All of a sudden, he takes his pants down and starts doing his stuff. He's blocking the door. I can't get out. He says, I don't know how to say. She's like, I I can't get all this out, and I don't really know how to even say all this on the radio, but he finishes on the carpet of the floor in the hotel room, standing next to her bed. And Everhart said that Weinstein warned her against telling anyone what had occurred, but when she did, she was ignored. Nobody wanted to do anything about it because everyone was terrified of Harvey, she said. Last week, 8 women, including actress Ashley Judd, spoke out against Weinstein in the New York Times report, accusing him of sexual harassment and inappropriate behavior. The paper also reported that Weinstein reached private settlements with 8 of the 9 women that came out, including actress Rose McGowan, and McGowan had since said that she was raped by the movie mogul. Weinstein has been fired from the former studio. The Weinstein Company and wife, Georgina Chapman, announced she's leaving him. So his own company that he founded and his wife are both filing for separation.
Wow.
And following the New York Times report about the allegations, Weinstein said in a statement that he was working with therapists and planned to deal with his issue head on. On Tuesday, the New Yorker revealed among 13 different other women's accounts of alleged sexual assault and rape that the mogul allegedly forcibly performed oral sex on Italian actress Asia Argento 2 decades ago. Actresses Mira Sorvino and Rosanna Arquette are also claimed that they have also rejected Weinstein's unwanted advances. They were removed from or kept from being hired for certain projects. One of your favorite actresses is actually coming out. Gwyneth Paltrow came out about this issue on Tuesday, along with Angelina Jolie.
Actually, I think I saw that they were part of it as well on the news, if I'm not mistaken.
Angelina Jolie as well, and several other women added their own accounts to a total of 12 to 20 different women being, over the decades, Harvey has assaulted, raped, backstabbed, cost business.
It's crazy. It's, oh man. It's crazy that, because I really think it has a lot to do with that sense of, well, I have power and nobody's gonna, say anything, and I hold the world in my hand, so you can't screw with me, basically.
Yeah, I hold the world in my left hand and my dick in my right hand. What are you gonna do about it, woman?
Right.
Is what I hear, from him.
Pretty much.
And any allegations of non-consensual sex are unequivocally denied by Mr. Weinstein. And on Thursday, people reported that Weinstein checked into a luxury resort in Arizona after jetting out of Los Angeles on Wednesday. The source says that the movie mogul was staying at a 5-star hotel which boasts a spa and a golf course because he doesn't want to go want to go to a place where he can't use his cell phone. So his team set him up in a secure place to get him the help he needs. He knows, and he knows and does want help. Another source close to the situation says, but this is far from over.
Absolutely. I mean, and the reality is that these women have already come forward.
How many haven't?
Right, and that's exactly what's that's the important thing. How many women have not come forward yet or are still afraid to come forward because maybe more than just, he showed his dick to me happened.
Yeah.
He forced me into something happened, or he.
Well, he's a pretty big guy. He's about 6 foot.
Right, and
he's about 230 pounds, 240 pounds. So blocking a door.
Yeah, a lot of actresses are not very big. Let's be honest. To
have a star role, you can't be very big. Let's be clear.
And it's funny because I wanted to talk about something similar to this topic, so this is perfect. So, the ideal of woman who is beautiful is skinny and big boobs and a nice tight ass in skimpy clad clothes and, sex sells, basically.
How you doing, Siobhan?
I'm wearing men's shorts. That's how I'm doing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I actually wanted to talk about that today because, I am not apparently an average built woman. I don't fit that mold. Apparently, I broke it. So I have worn the same, like, 4 pairs of jeans since I was in high school because it's impossible for me to find women's jeans that fit me right. Either they're too long or they're too short or there's not enough ass room or whatever the case may be.
Do women have crotch room issues in jeans?
Yes, I do too, actually. I do. That's one of the issues I have because something will fit my rather large butt, but it won't fit anywhere else. And it'll be because my butt's so big, it pulls up on the pants. So I've recently decided that I'm done wearing women's clothes and spending 3 hours in the store to come out with nothing in my hand. So now I'm going to wear men's jeans because I just don't care. I'm close to 30. And I have a kid and I have a husband. And who the hell am I trying to impress anymore, you know? So
careful.
Well, he knows that, you know, anytime he wants, I'll dress up in something skimpy for him.
That's hilarious.
We have that kind of relationship. All he's got to do is say the word and I'll do it.
Right.
But, you know, and so it's kind of something that I've come to realize recently is that it's a lot easier to shop if you're shopping in the men's section. Like, it's very plain and simple, you know? The cuts are pretty simple. It's either slim, athletic, or... well, that's pretty much it. There's none of this skinny and jagging and you know, flare and I don't even know what all of them are.
I think the most extravagant you get when you're talking about men's apparel, like, oh, boot cut.
Right,
oh, shit,
right.
that's a $5 extra.
Boot cut or straight leg, yeah.
Right.
Or how long is the seam? Like, those are the complications. So, yeah, so I've started, I bought like 4 or 5 pairs that anybody that shops at Target and is looking for some decent cargo pants, they're like $6, by the way. Super on sale, 70% off, way to go, Target, yeah. And they're good brand, they're Massimo brand, so... but yeah, I bought like 3 or 4 pairs of guys' shorts, and let me tell you, being the female, the size of female I am, and going over to the guys section in Target, the looks that I got from the guys that were there at Target when I was shopping was hilarious, especially because I don't go anywhere without my gun. So I'm in there in women's pants because, of course, I hadn't bought anything yet. So I'm in women's pants with my gun on my hip and I'm shopping. And I'm going back and forth from the dressing room to the section. And so it's clear that I'm actually shopping for myself. Yeah, the looks I got were priceless, let me tell you. But, you know, I feel like I shouldn't have to be uncomfortable to be able to wear clothes. And anymore, that's what it's come to with women's clothes. Like, you have to have these tight-fitting clothes because that's all they make because it's one size fits all. Well, guess what? It isn't actually one size fits all. It's one size fits your size 7 with no waist, no ass, no nothing. Your size 8 with no waist, no ass, no nothing.
Oh, 0.
You know, it really is. It's you know, and none of the brands of women clothing are actually the same sizing scheme either. At least with men's, it's a universal 32, 34, 30, you know, 30 by 30, whatever. With women's, an 8 in one brand is like a 16 in another brand.
Wow. So this just popped up on my news feed here. So Courtney Love has just added to the number of people that have come to the conversation of Harvey Weinstein. Courtney Love Cobain posted on Twitter yesterday, although I wasn't one of his victims, I was eternally banned by CAA for speaking out against Harvey Weinstein. So it turns out that actress Courtney Love, who was lead singer of grunge band Hole, warned aspiring actresses in 2005 to stay away from the film producer Harvey Weinstein. Turns out that we got a hold of a video Saturday showing an interview with Love at a red carpet event for the comedy Central Roast of Pamela Anderson. And in the interview, the interviewer asks Love, "Do you have any advice for a young girl moving to Hollywood?" And the singer pauses with that epic, you know, Courtney Love facial expression response. And the singer pauses for a moment and says, I'll get labeled if I say it before issuing a warning. If Harvey Weinstein invites you to a private party in a Four Seasons, don't go, she quickly says. Weinstein has recently been accused by more than a dozen women of sexual harassment and assault. Love took to Twitter to say that she was eternally banned from talking about Weinstein by Creative Artist Agency, a talent and sports agency that Courtney was trying to break into in 2005. As you know, she did a few movies around 2000 to 2010. She did a couple starring roles. And one of the most heavy-hitting accredited agencies for helping stars and actresses and sports figures be found and get deals, the ACC, basically banned Courtney from saying anything about it.
Wow.
And was like, so here's the deal. The CAA is telling you basically keep your mouth shut if you want to have a career.
Right.
So, I mean, that's like the epitome of a cover-up, like, to me. I mean, you think about it, like, that's just, I mean, you knew about a problem, but the reason why you didn't change it.
It happens all the time, though.
The reason why you didn't change it is because you're too happy about the money coming through the door.
Exactly. It happens all the time. All the time.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
It's like we could go on for hours and hours about how this happens on a regular basis, consistently, specifically within, the celebrity culture, but, everywhere. It happens everywhere.
Courtney made a joke. She said, she joked that Weinstein wouldn't have sex with her because she's not a shiksa, and a shiksa is a non-Jewish woman. So she quaintly slammed the producer for that. So I don't know. Aside from that, Siobhan, the sexual harassment and stuff. You hear about the family that got stranded in the Scottish Highlands and got rescued by the Hogwarts Express.
I did not.
So we're gonna talk about that in a little while. But it's 5 after 9. What do you got for us?
I'll have horoscopes, of course.
All right.
So, anyone that has their birthday today, first and foremost, of course, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
From the Music Familia Productions team.
Yay.
And here's your horoscope. Words can be dangerous when used the wrong way, and your birthday chart warns you will need to weigh every word you use in the balance over the next coming 12 months. Your words must always take you into the future, never back into the past.
Interesting. I guess you could take that a multitude of ways.
You can. It's the beauty of a horoscope.
Right. Hey, you know what? Zippers only go up and down. So I figure if the horoscope can go left or right, I mean, there's a multitude of ways you can take it.
Anyways. And let's see here. Oh, Mr. ANTMAN, your horoscope for today.
Fuck that.
All right. So for all the Virgos out there, you are not the sort to give in to threats, but it might be wise to bend a little this week and give others what they keep demanding from you. If they want it that bad, they must be in quite a state. You're allowed to feel sorry for them. I take it that applies to something.
That's funny. That applies to a lot this week, actually. That applies to a lot this week.
I'm sure your wife would say it applies to her and the fact that you never spend time with her.
Yeah, well, when you have to run a business and you have to be at 5 places at once, family's going to have to understand if they want to keep the lights on. This is how it's going to work, I mean, I think about that all the time.
I mean, I get it. Like, I totally get it. And, your wife and I talk about it. I mean, she might bust your balls about it, but she totally understands that, you are an integral part of Music Familia Productions becoming something great. And, she gets that. And she supports you. And that's why she does what she does.
It's tough. It's tough.
And she's told me a couple of times that's why she hasn't strangled you yet or dick punched you yet. So
a lot of people. The thing is, and I'll be honest, Like, you don't understand what it takes to make something run until you're really in it.
It's true.
Until you're really, I mean, you can sit back all day long. Like, I used to sit back all day long and be like, oh, well, that looks easy. Oh, yeah.
Well, that's, I think a lot of people think that we just come in and do the show and that's it, and we don't do anything throughout the week. But the reality is we're in the studio constantly. I'm sorry, my phone keeps falling. I'm trying to keep an eye on the baby here. Yeah, again, that whole, two places at once thing. But yeah, it's crazy because, people are like, oh, well, you're in the studio twice a week and that's it, blah, blah, blah. Well, no, actually, we're in the studio quite frequently. We just don't always show that we're in the studio or mention that we're.
I don't understand why I have to do that. Why do I have to? Every day I gotta do a post. Like, no.
If we were to, every time we were in the studio, pull up a live feed, do you realize how much live feed would just be us in the studio, just sitting here chilling?
Not even chill. I mean, well, you have
well,
to
not chilling,
make sure you clear
chilling
that.
And working. Like,
Okay.
we wouldn't be interesting. It wouldn't be interesting. It would just be us sitting here in front of the computer, bouncing ideas back and forth, setting things up with the website. Like, it's really not that interesting.
The closest thing to that would be yesterday when I had the team so I had 5 computers. I had 5 computers set up yesterday, because we did a complete audio tear down and rebuild of our audio work. A lot of people for the last couple weeks have been saying they can't hear things, they can't do this, they can't do that, and it doesn't sound good.
Well, the thing is that because the studio's up and coming, like, we do use a lot of free programs. And that creates problems because when you pay for something, you get everything you want right there at the touch of a button. But when you're using a free program, you have to figure out the ways around things. And that's what it was.
Well, more than that, like, I don't know what happened with one of the updates, but so we basically had to tear down everything and really put everything back. And I think it's monotonous to do.
Oh, yeah.
And to sit here with 5 different time zones. Larry was in on it yesterday. Larry was in on it. Brandy was in on it. I had Matt from Mail Matt from from Hoboken, New Jersey.
We love you, Matt.
So him and like 4 other people, were involved with different time zone organization, trying to figure out, like, all right, does this sound good? Does it try this? Try that? It took all day. I was supposed to be editing the interviews,
right,
from the show, and the audio was so fucked up. Like, it took me until 5 o'clock yesterday.
It's crazy
to get all that, and then the audio. Like, I basically transferred everything over to get it ready for editing, get it all ready for start the process. So I get it all moved over, and then I realize real quick that there's going to be audio issues. So Larry said, well, instead of waiting and putting it off, why don't we do it? Because you got the show tomorrow, and you don't want to be trying to do this in the morning. And I was like, So, it's like 3 to 5 hours difference between me and Larry and Merchant Q. So we had to get up and do that, and that was fun and interesting, let me tell you. And then by the time we got the audio fixed and we had resolved the problem, I was so just burnt out. I was like, you know what? I'll do the interviews. I'll start the interviews. I'll start cutting the interviews on Monday because there's just no way. It's like I was so mad. But we got it. It seems like we got it. Hopefully everybody is checking out and enjoying the show because we finally figured out what the issue was. But, so, we got love today.
Well, I really couldn't find a good love story this week. There wasn't really anything that seemed worthy. And the things that I found that were love stories were more, how do I put it? They were not nice love stories. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Like they included love in them, but they were not pleasant love stories. and you know, I do bring up, because I am very much so the kind of person that wants to remind people that even though your little bubble is all happy and shit, outside of your bubble is shit. So that's why, if anybody's ever wondered, that's part of why I do talk about the stories that aren't so nice and bring up the things that people don't necessarily want to hear about, because I feel like we need to be reminded every once in a while that even though inside your little bubble is all rainbows and sunshine, if you step out of it for a second, it's not so nice. And the sun isn't shining, and the clouds are covering, and it's raining and lightning and, you know, all of those things. So, and, you know, it's kind of one of those things. I don't always get the chance to find a good love story. So
how do you feel about Hogwarts then? I'll ask you about Hogwarts, because I know you're a Harry Potter fan.
I am a little bit, you know. I don't know. I guess as I've gotten older, it's less intriguing to me.
I was going to say less intriguing.
I guess. Yeah, I guess, you know, because, I mean, so they've been coming out for a long time, right? Like, I was in high school.
They're over now, but yeah.
I was in high school when they first started coming out. So back then I was like, yeah, this is awesome. Big screen. But I almost feel like, God, I'm probably going to get so many people pissed when I say this. So I almost feel like it's like a Final Destination kind of thing where it's overplayed now. Like, I know each one is a different movie in itself, and it's not like this, but it is kind of the same. They're fighting the bad evil thing, and they're, you know, good prevails, and
look, a stick,
and look, we have, you know,
we have sticks that we cut from trees, and they're wands, and they yeah.
Mm-hmm. I just, and don't get me wrong, like I read the books, and I like the books, but
I don't know how to read, so no, but so. It turns out a family of 6 was vacationing in the Scottish Highlands and ended up being rescued by the train from Harry Potter films. John and Helen Cluett were on a canoeing excursion in Lochaber with their 4 children. They were left facing a long walk back after their boat was swept away in a swollen river. And the burn was overflowing, and the entire area was underwater. The rocks I tried to pull the boat up on were pulled away and washed away, and as soon as I realized what was going on, the boat was gone, Mr. Cluett said. Their options weren't great, either a 3-mile trek over boggy terrain with their young children or walking along the nearby railway line. The family decided both were too dangerous. Stranded miles away from their car, the family phoned the police for help. In the end, I decided the only option was to phone the police and mountain rescue, ask if they had any local knowledge, and if they could help us by any means necessary, Mr. Cluett said. Authorities arranged for the steam train called the Jacobite to make an unscheduled stop to pick up the Cluetts. Slightly sad because I'd lost my boat, but the kids, when they saw the steam train coming, all the sadness left their faces and was replaced by excitement and fun. Just the real joy of having an adventure and having a train stop right next to them. Just you can't plan that.
Yeah.
Train dropped the family off at the next stop in Lochaber, and Mr. Cluett was able to hitch a ride back to his car. He holds out hope a local will spot his canoe floating down the river and save it for him so he can get it back, as the canoe was a family heirloom.
Aww.
Just so future reference, if you're ever in the Scotland Highlands and you want to ride the Jacobite, so it's run by West Coast Railways, and it takes passengers on an 83-mile round trip past the scenic mountains and lakes of Scotland's Highlands. And it's a first-class ticket will run you about $71.
Wow,
It's cheaper than Uber.
Super cheap.
It's cheaper than Uber in the States.
That's wow, yeah, that's crazy.
Yep. So I think I'm gonna go get
Amtrak's
lost.
like 10 times that.
I think I'm gonna right for a lot more hassle, and you might get derailed.
Well, with that being said, since we're on the subject of movie and TV and such, so instead of love stories, I did find something that I could replace it with that I think most people will be able to get along with. Sorry about that. I don't know if that was me or you. So I am a huge Simpsons fan, and I know you are as well. And we definitely watched Simpsons a few times in the studio.
I have it on DVR in the studio DVR.
Yeah. So my favorite part of the Simpsons seasons is, of course, the Treehouse of Horror episodes, right? Because those are always great. And who doesn't love Halloween? So Cannibal Homer and Possessed Maggie will haunt Treehouse of Horror. I saw that and I couldn't pass it up. So in next week's Treehouse of Horror episode, Maggie is possessed by an evil spirit. The devil is in the details. Next week, Treehouse of Horror episode, The Simpsons, is all about The Exorcist, featuring the voices of Ben Daniels, who co-stars as Father Keane in Fox's Friday night TV version of the 1973 movie, William Friedkin, who directed the classic big screen flick, and for good measure, Neil Gaiman, who is the author of the dark children's fantasy novel Coraline, which was turned into a movie in 2009, or, well, a stop-motion film, but... the episode airing on October 22nd at 8 p.m. features baby Maggie Simpson being possessed by a spirit called Pazuzu, Homer spiraling into cannibalism. He accidentally chops off his finger, then browns it on the barbecue, and CGI animation of the Simpsons characters with buttons for eyes, and that is courtesy or a tribute to Coraline. We go through a number of ideas for the annual episode, says Simpsons executive producer Al Jean. We threw the best ideas in there. A lot of work went into this. We poured everything we could into it. We used CGI a long time ago in a Halloween segment, and we've done Pixar parodies, he says, but never as much as this episode. Gene says, the network suggested using Daniels. He's got a great voice, and I thought, yeah, he's perfect. We also have William playing the psychologist, and Neil plays the cat, Snowball. It's an all-star cast of literary heroes. And Gene says he and the show's writers are always careful regarding how far they push the envelope, since the show's audience skews for younger.
They didn't used to.
Well, but it's a different kind of generation now.
Yeah.
You know, things are a little less, we won't even go into that. But I think the main thing is how we execute it, he says. The scene where Homer is eating himself, we had to be really careful about how gross it looked. If somebody is chopping something up, we cut away. We're pretty careful. If you consider that Homer is actually doing it, it's pretty bad. We try to make it enjoyable. We also included a throwback to our very first Halloween show where there's a warning from Lisa. I think we pushed the limit of what we could do. Gene and the Simpsons writing staff began working on the annual Halloween specials in April of the preceding year. Yeah, so it's ready to go in September or October, and it takes a full year to animate. He says it's as fun as it gets for a couple of reasons. We're taking stories in some cases that are already there for us, so that's great. And we're doing the best parts of those stories because we have so little time. We can get away with murder, literally.
Wow.
So, yeah, I think it's great. And there is a screenshot of the upcoming episode, so I'm going to throw that up on my Facebook, Siobhan MFP, there on Facebook. It's actually great. It's the photo of Maggie being possessed, and it's true Exorcist style. I love it. So, yeah, anyone who is a Simpsons fan, look forward to that episode. I'm sure that it will be absolutely spectacular because, let's be honest, the Halloween ones always are.
Yeah. Wow. You know, with Halloween right around the corner and all that, it makes you wonder what's going to go on in the neighborhood this year.
So this is something that my husband and I have talked about because, of course, we have the baby now. And so we've talked about, like, okay, are we doing something for Halloween this year? Are we going out? Do we just want to wait until next year? I mean, she's kind of had a big year, being in the hospital, finally being home, coming off of all her oxygen, and, you know, blah, 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 blah. So we're still not sure what we're going to do. But we have decided that if we do go out, that we are going to dress her up as well. And we have an idea in mind. However, apparently, they don't make infant-size costumes like that.
No, they don't. And it's because they don't want the stuff on their face or around their neck and all that.
The thing is, though, they make infant costumes because I have one.
They're like one piece.
Last year, around October is when I found out, actually Halloween specifically, is when I found out I was pregnant. So my mom, of course, went into grandma mode like that. And she worked at a Halloween store. So she bought a first costume for my daughter. And of course, being a preemie, she doesn't fit it. And it was the end of the season. So it was 6 to 12 months or something like that. And I finally opened it the other day. And so I know a kid that would probably fit it. Brandon Seymour and Megan Dodge. Yeah. So their son, Braven, would definitely fit this because he is, like, massive. He's definitely his father's child. But my daughter, being preemie, there's no way she's gonna be like 3 before she fits this thing. It's totally cute. It's a little lion outfit, but I'm like, I don't know what to do with it because she's literally probably gonna be 3 before she fits it. It's huge. So I don't know what we're going to do. It's been really hard to find the costume we want for her because they literally only make infant costumes as, like, bugs and butterflies and, you know, cute little things like that. Well, guess what? I want my kid to be something else. I don't want my kid to be a butterfly. I don't want her to be a caterpillar. I want her to be a mass murderer or something, you know. Like, I want her to have options like I do.
Wow. A woman of many options, Siobhan.
Yes.
Right on. Well, it is 9:25. We got about a half an hour left of the show. Everybody's still waking up. They had huge shows last night, man. They had the relief show at the Alrosa Villa for Texas. I heard that was a really good show.
I heard that it was a good show as well. Unfortunately, I actually was working until, I don't know. I think it was like 11 o'clock before I was able to leave last night. So I'm basically a caretaker for my grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of forced them into bed because I was so exhausted. I really did. I'm not going to lie. Like, it was kind of okay, you need to go to bed now. Like, I was just so spent. And they're so sweet. Even in their old age, they're still trying to be grandparents. And they're like, well, no, you got to take care of yourself. No, Grandma, I'm here to take care of you. Brush your damn teeth.
By the way, take them out first before you brush them.
No, actually, you know what? That's one thing they can say. They still have they actually have all their teeth. So that's not an issue. She actually has to brush her teeth.
So it's funny you bring that up because our douchebag criminals today, man used axe during robbery and he wore a Pokemon backpack while he did it.
Wow!
I think he screamed Pikachu before he threw the axe too.
Well, I actually found a couple as well. So they found a body stuffed in a barrel in the San Diego Bay. So we'll talk about that too.
I found, and I got one here. A woman finds naked intruder in her home eating pineapple.
Wow.
In her kitchen.
Wow.
Naked.
Well, and then of course, because I'm really good about bringing light the heroin epidemic. So we have a mom who was buying heroin while her son was in the car.
How about a man who Googled how to rob a bank and then robbed a bank?
What a dumbass.
And then got in trouble
Well, of course
Further,
he did.
Further than that.
Of course he did.
Further than that.
You're
'cause
supposed to do that on the library computer.
They
Come
served,
on.
Yeah, they served the warrant. They served the warrant and found his IP address.
Of course. This is why you do this on public. Never mind.
You remember Breaking Bad, right?
Oh, yeah. I love that show.
All right, so Breaking Bad house owners, some homeowners owned the original house that Breaking Bad was filmed in. And they had to put up a privacy fence because people wouldn't stop throwing pizzas over the side of the fence into the yard. Because in the show, in Breaking
hilarious.
Bad, they throw pizzas.
That is hilarious.
And so now neighbors are complaining because they're finding slices of pizza dried on the side of their houses. And you know, you're from Cali, you're from California,
yeah.
You know, and from that area of the West Coast, and it gets pretty warm.
Yeah.
So when you throw food on somebody's outside exterior of their house, it tends to bake and cook there.
People tend to complain about the weather here in Ohio. Let me tell you something. If you have never lived in the Bay Area of California, shut the fuck up. Like, that's all I'm gonna say.
If
like,
you have
literally, like, it's not muggy heat, it's dry heat, which is actually, realistically, it's actually worse. Like, it just gets so hot, and there's no breeze, there's no nothing.
Well, we're gonna switch over to get some commercials here, Siobhan, so we can pay some bills so we don't get hot. And
that's probably a good idea.
So we're gonna do this right now. We'll be right back after this. Hey, Music Familia, you're kicking it live with ANTMAN only on musicfamiliaproductions.com. Remember, CBD living water is for the living. Get yours today. From local to national, ZTPMag.com delivers it all. Raw, beautiful, and bold. Go to ZTPMag.com today. Check out info on some of your favorite music, tech, food, and rides.
ZTP Mag has it all. I mean, seriously, where else am I going to get that kind of info? Plus, it's all free at the touch of a finger on all my devices. It's like the people working for the mag understand what their viewers want and the importance of involving them.
You heard the lady.
Get over to ZTPMag.com.
Hey guys, Josh from the Sunday Morning Meltdown here. Music Familia Productions is always looking for new sponsors for the shows. For more information, go to musicfamiliaproductions.com. If you have any specific questions or requests, send your emails to musicfamiliaproductions@gmail.com. From all of us here at Music Familia Productions, we thank you for your continued support.
Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. At Cold Cock, we believe life is about taking your shot. It's about sharing your soul with the people who care to listen, not selling it to whoever will buy it. At Cold Cock, we also believe fine spirits are truly about celebrating the greatest moments in life with true friends. And that's what we strive to put into every bottle of Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. So here's our best wish to whatever you raise your glass for. Take your shot. Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. Must be 21 to drink, and please drink responsibly.
Do you need home repairs? Do you want a new style to your home but don't know where to start? Well, call Kimball Home Repairs and Renovations, and owner and founder Glenn Kimball will come out personally and give you an estimate on the job. Commercial or residential, we can do it. Kitchens, bathrooms, basements, we can do it. Drywall, paint, flooring, plumbing, we can do it. Whatever the job, big or small, we can do it. For over 35 years, Kimball Home Repairs and Renovations has satisfied thousands of customers with high-quality service at reasonable rates. Please call Glenn Kimball for your free estimate at 614-206-9459. Again, that's 614-206-9459. Or email at kimballddrywalandpaint@yahoo.com. Kimball Home Repairs and Renovations has been family-owned for the past 35 years. And we now consider you part of the family too. Please call at 614-206-9459 for your free estimate now.
Hey, do you have a job that requires a trucking company? Here at Manessi Trucking and Repair, Manessi specializes in hauling, such as gravel, asphalt, and dirt. There's no job too big or too small. Here at Manessi, we have over 40 trucks to serve your hauling needs. Also, during the 27 years of being in business, Manessi specializes in repairing heavy and light-duty equipment. Any engine size, from a pickup truck to a D9 dozer. Broke down? Here at Manessi, they also make service calls. Get you up and running again. Give Don or Brian Manessi a call at 614-921-9183 or stop by at 1715 Atlas Street in Columbus off of Trade Use or at ManessiTrucking.com. Remember, needing material hauled or equipment fixed, give a call to Manessi Trucking and Repair.
With winter quickly approaching, it's time to start thinking about how you're going to get rid of that dreaded snow and ice that surrounds your home or business. The experts at Landscape Design Solutions have you covered. The winter season can be brutal on roadways, sidewalks, and on your wallet. So give Jeff or Jacob at Landscape Design Solutions a call at 614-632-7737 or see all they have to make a beautiful landscape for your home or office at landscapedesignSolution.com. Landscape Design Solutions, taking a concept and turning it into reality.
Have you been seeking furniture to replace your old one? Well, look no further. Payless Furniture and Mattress carries all Ashley furniture at the lowest prices in town. Sofas and love seats starting at $5.99. 4-piece bedroom suites starting at $3.99, which includes headboard, rail, dresser, and mirror. Queen mattress and box starting at $189 with 5-year warranty. No credit check. However, bring in 30-day printout of bank statement. Must be a recent pay stub. A voided check. If you don't have a voided check, bank verification forms will do. 90 days same as cash, as well as layaway and finance. Payless Furniture and Mattress is located at 5139 East Main Street, Columbus, Ohio 43213. Again, 5139 East Main Street, Columbus, Ohio 43213. Or you can call them at 614-866-9755. Again, that number is 614-866-9755. So get in your vehicles and come see us at Payless Furniture and Mattress. Store hours are Monday through Saturday, 10:30 to 7:30. Sundays, 12 to 5.
I, like many others, lived my life thinking it would never happen to me. When I received the news after a normal doctor's appointment that changed my life, I was diagnosed with cancer. I thought, how could this happen to me? And where would the money come from for treatment? After turning to my pastor for guidance, he referred me to Christians Overcoming Cancer, a faith-based organization. Christians Overcoming Cancer is a 501c3 nonprofit organization helping cancer patients succeed on their road to recovery through awareness, emotional support, and financial relief. Any person in active treatment for cancer can apply for assistance. If you'd like to give donations, they can be given online at www.christiansovercomingcancer.com, at any Huntington Bank location via U.S. Mail, 200 East Campus View Boulevard, Suite 200, Columbus, Ohio 43235, or by phone at 614-985-3750. Christians Overcoming Cancer, helping everyone succeed on their road to recovery.
Have you been seeking furniture to replace your old one? Well, look no further. Payless Furniture and Mattress carries all Ashley furniture at the lowest prices in town. Sofas and love seats starting at $5.99. 4-piece bedroom suites starting at $3.99, which includes headboard, rail, dresser, and mirror. Queen mattress and box starting at $189 with 5-year warranty. No credit check. However, bring in 30-day printout of bank statement. Must be a recent pay stub. A voided check. If you don't have a voided check, bank verification forms will do. 90 days same as cash, as well as layaway and finance. Payless Furniture and Mattress is located at 5139 East Main Street, Columbus, Ohio 43213. Again, 5139 East Main Street, Columbus, Ohio 43213. Or you can call them at 614-866-9755. Again, that number is 614-866-9755. So get in your vehicles and come see us at Payless Furniture and Mattress. Store hours are Monday through Saturday, 10:30 to 7:30. Sundays, 12 to 5.
Wow. What's going on, Siobhan?
Not too much. What's up?
So, I let my hair down today.
I see that.
I
see that. I was going to say you let your hair down.
It's the first time, ever, on air that I've ever done it.
I know. I was kind of shocked. You.
It's warm. It's warm underneath my ANTMAN versus cap. It gets hot holding all these thoughts and all these heavy brain waves in.
I was going to say it's more along the lines of your brain's working really hard and there's nowhere for the steam to go.
Yeah. Anyway, back to something I care about. So,
how about iPhones?
Yeah, right. Good morning.
So, the iPhone X successor could be part flip phone.
What the fuck is with people?
Yeah.
Just leave it alone.
Yeah. So, the iPhone X has the biggest screen-to-front ratio ever seen in an iPhone, but Apple isn't done enlarging the display. A report earlier this week said Apple is already working with LG on bendable screen designs. The company is apparently trying to keep its plan secret from Samsung, which is currently the only supplier of the foldable OLED screens. Meanwhile, a patent application surfaced on Thursday describing the screen technology that would allow Apple to manufacture devices with foldable display. Tilted electronic device with
So we're talking about a flip phone. We're talking about, for all the slow people, because I know there's a generation gap or a brain gap.
It's basically a flip phone, yeah. Yeah.
So your aunt is possibly going to be up to date.
Oh, no. No. No.
Oh.
It does too much.
Oh.
It does too much. Basics. That's all she cares about. Text,
right.
Call, voicemail.
All right,
That's it.
all right.
No internet, no nothing.
All right, so go on.
So tilted electronic devices with displays. U.S. patent application and then a number was published on Thursday with Apple Insider spotting it first. The patent application is rather new, having been filed on August 30th of 2016. While the title of the patent application is as generic as they get, it's clear from the abstract that it details a foldable device. Here are the first two sentences. An electronic device may have a flexible portion that allows the device to be folded. The device may have a flexible display. The patent goes on to identify the screen technology that Apple would use in such products, including both OLED and micro-LED screens. Furthermore, the patent explains the technology could be used to equip other devices with a foldable screen, not just smartphones. The list includes laptops, tablets, wristwatch, and other devices. It so happens that Apple already makes laptops, tablets, wristwatches, and other devices in addition to mobile phones. Fancy that.
Wow.
Yeah. So the patent focuses specifically on technology that would allow a device to bend along a bend axis without breaking the display or affecting its functionality. Instead, Apple wants to reinforce the display with enhanced flexibility regions that will allow display to bend. My computer's moving itself. Bend without affecting performance or show bend-related stress lines along the folded area. What's interesting about Apple's patent is that the hinge could be used to fold a smartphone, whichever way the user desires. For example, the screen could be folded like a book or a laptop with the display's active area facing the user. But the flexible device could also be folded like a wallet too, with the display occupying the outer area of the gadget. So there's some designs that they drew up to explain that. So I'll throw that up on my Facebook as well. Just because Apple is currently researching this technology, it doesn't mean we'll find it in the iPhone X successors in the coming years. It may be just one of the various options Apple has to engineer such products. But it seems certain that the only way to increase the iPhone's display, other than removing the iPhone X notch and increasing the phone's size, is to adopt bendable displays.
I don't understand.
Well, in the diagrams, I'm going to post this right now so everybody can see this, but the diagrams are interesting, the way that, because they're very basic because it's, beginning stages. And also, just so everyone knows, at the top of the article is actually a picture of the iPhone 8, 8S, and X all side by side so you can see a comparison.
Yeah,
which is kind of nice.
It's the only way to be able to tell the difference is to actually have them visibly in front of you. If they were to hand you one of the iPhones and say, which one is this? You wouldn't know. And they've done so well. They've done so well. They've done so well at being able to hide it. They don't want you to be able to be like, oh, hey, you remember that Nokia phone? Oh, hey, do you remember that? They want to be able to bring them all together.
It's interesting because, literally the only difference between the 7, which is what you and I have, and the 8 is a few select features. And most of that, the things that were different, the iPhone 7 had with the last updates.
Well, let's be honest here. So, we just talked about, I have the iPhone 7. So the reason why
portrait mode is the big thing.
Right. Okay. So the reason why I even switched to iPhone in the first place was because I was eligible for an upgrade, and I'll be quite fucking honest with you. I didn't want fucking sunburn in my fucking pocket.
And what's up, Rocky? He's in the chat room now.
Rocky
I just clicked back over to take a look.
Yeah, Rocky X TV. What's going on, man? Hope all is well with you. I did also talk to Rocky X, Siobhan, about putting on some new lights on the MFP truck.
Oh, that would be great.
So, and maybe he can help us come up with some creative lights for interviews, so we can do interviews from the back of the truck, so we don't have to worry about any of the BS.
Yeah, that would be so helpful, because the other night at the show, like,
I mean,
it wasn't too bad.
I love a challenge.
It wasn't too bad, and we
but-
made it work. Like,
Yeah.
I think the video quality is definitely fairly decent for what we had to work with the other night at the show. But I, like me, as someone who has dabbled in some photography and been in this industry a long time, like, I personally am like, God, I sucked. That was horrible. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's just me being hard on myself.
There's a line in which, you know, I want to erase the equation of having to rely on somebody else's something else every time we go out to do that.
Well, yeah, definitely. And
so
we,
be
I
like,
mean,
hey, step out to the studio real quick, or step out to our truck real quick,
Right.
and they'll be like, oh, what do you mean? And then we open up the hatch and fucking, bam, you know. Because we got the hatchback right there, so I mean, if we
true.
set something up, man, I don't know. Like we could base a show with Rocky X TV around
on pimping out the
yeah,
MFP
yeah,
vehicle. Yeah, totally.
You know, like with his cameras and my cameras.
Absolutely.
Oh boy.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so Siobhan, it's been a crazy Sunday morning, but before we get out of here, so Lynette's Children's Charity, man, I just want to make sure I plug this again, because
Absolutely.
this is, and I feel like this is something that like my sponsors or my partners could get in on too. You know what I mean? So like Rocky X TV and
I was thinking about it, and I think that what Larry and his daughter Lynette are doing is absolutely wonderful, and I would love to be able to get with them and other area businesses and musicians and maybe throw a fundraiser specifically for their charity and see if we can get some people to come out, enjoy some music, have a, you know, start at like 2:00 in the afternoon and go until maybe not so late at night, and really make it like a fundraiser and not a show. But, you know, do that and get the local businesses in the area to donate some items, gift cards, things like that for a raffle, and really help them to achieve this, because I think what they're doing is truly an amazing thing. And, you know, the truth of the matter is that the children who are autistic and have special needs deserve a way to be able to enjoy things just like normal kids. And I hate to use the normal, but, you know, they deserve that opportunity too. And I think that this is a wonderful way, and what they're doing is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, so, you know, if you're checking it out right now, man, we're talking about Lynette's Children's Charity here.
And you can find them on Facebook at Lynette's Children's Charity as well.
Yeah, and also, I want to make sure I get in on that so people can see. Woo.
Well, and that looks like it might be maybe a little older, because I believe they've purchased the fire truck already,
I
correct?
believe they actually were given the truck.
Oh, were they given it? Okay. Yeah, because I know I was looking at their page on Facebook, and it said that they actually had it already.
Yep.
So, you know, now it's just
retrofitting.
Getting it retrofitted. Yep. And by far, that's going to be the most challenging part of it, because that's going to take a lot of effort, time, work, and money.
Yeah, it is. And so what we're looking at here, we're looking to do children's fundraisers for kids with cancer, autism, and any kind of disability that they have. This fire truck that we have acquired is going to be retrofitted with a barbecue smoker and a grill for hot dogs and hamburgers. It's going to have coolers and sinks to make it kid-friendly. It will also have a low-pressure sprinkler system, water hoses, and auxiliary switches and buttons for the sirens and lights for children with wheelchairs. This truck will be designed to let kids with disabilities have fun with it and enjoy themselves. Also, if you want to contact Larry, 740-304-5303, or email Lynette'sBarbecue@yahoo.com. I'll have Siobhan go ahead and plug in the information into the YouTube channel. You guys can have all of that here. So while she's doing that, I'm going to knock out my douchebag criminals real quick here. My question is, what do axes and Pokemon backpacks have in common? And I think you're going to ask.
It should be that you chop the backpack up with the axe, just saying.
You'd think that, right, Siobhan?
I would hope.
All right. So, this, basically, a man used an axe during a robbery. But the funny part about this is that he was wearing a Pokemon backpack when he did it. Coming straight out of Atlanta, a man is behind bars. He pulled out an axe in a Buckhead Target and then used it to rob the store. And Atlanta police say the employees were fearful as soon as the man pulled out the sharp blade, but investigators say the crook made a critical mistake during his getaway that landed him in police custody shortly thereafter. Funzale Woods was arrested using an axe for a weapon in a Target store on Piedmont Road in Buckhead, and they said that basically he walked over to the electronic section and whipped out this big knife and was like, "Whoop, bam! Look at my dick!" Like, basically. And
what is it with guys in that?
Right. And where he took a cell phone out of a package and proceeded to put it in his pocket. When he was approached by a manager, he actually presented an axe straight out of the crotch of his pants, pulled it straight out of his pants. And the manager, of course, backed off, and Officer Lisa Bender of Atlanta PD said that Woods then ran out of the store. 911 alert went out, and Zone 2 officers then approached quickly. By then, Woods had changed his shirt, but he didn't change his backpack. So I think that's what got him, said Officer Bender. The man took off running when he saw police, and he did have a Pokemon backpack on his back. So those are normally a bright color and typically easy to spot. Woods allegedly showed his weapon to one of the officers, but apparently figured that wasn't such a good idea. Close by Sidney Marcus, Atlanta police said that he tossed the backpack onto the street, and it was too late to make the getaway. But several officers surrounded him and took him into custody, but not after flinging his Pokemon carrying ass to the ground.
Yeah, so easy. It's almost too easy. You're a grown ass man. Why do you have a Pokemon backpack first and foremost?
Probably like he dropped his kid off to school.
You're gonna stick out like a sore dick.
He probably dropped his kid off to school and was like, "Oh, look, I'm gonna go do this real quick." Goodness. Like, all right, and then how about this one? So I read this and I had to click view more because I just couldn't believe it. But what would you do? And now I know what Rocky X would do, or Mrs. Rocky X would do. That's kind of, frankly, just scary. But what would you do if you came home and you found an intruder sitting on your kitchen floor eating pineapple?
I'd shoot them. They're in my house.
In the face!
And they're stealing my food. So I'd shoot them.
Well, I
in
think
the kneecaps,
For me, it depends on if they decided if they got my good spoons or if they got the plastic ones. If they got a plastic spoon, I might shoot you in the kneecap. If you got my family encrusted namesake, maybe the shoulder. No, but so St. Augustine, Florida. Man. St. Augustine woman came home to find a naked intruder in her home eating her canned pineapple on Tuesday. Deputies said that when they arrived at the house on Thompson Bailey Road, the suspect, Mary Hamilton, told them, "Officers, the door was open for me to come inside." According to the report for St. Johns County Sheriff's Office, Hamilton, 63, now faces charges of burglary and theft. Theft because she ate the pineapple.
Like I said, she's eating my food. It's theft.
Right. Following the incident, and the homeowner, upon finding the intruder, went outside and locked herself inside her car while she called authorities. And the deputies also determined that Hamilton entered through the homeowner's front door, took a T-shirt belonging to the victim's son, and ate leftover food from the refrigerator before opening the can of pineapple. It doesn't appear the homeowner and Hamilton knew each other at all, but deputies learned Hamilton lives about a half a mile from the victim.
I guess she ran out of pineapple.
Hamilton was taken to county jail abruptly after giving the shirt back.
Wow. So, as funny as that is, I'm sure that there were mental issues at play with that situation. Or I would hope that,
God, I hope.
I would hope that someone wouldn't think that that's just okay to just... Hey, your door's open, so I'm just gonna walk in and eat your pineapple and take your kids' clothes. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna go over to Tom and Sarah's house, and I'm gonna break in their door and have some of their kids go-gurt. And I'm gonna leave the spoon in the sink.
Oh man.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So, yeah. So wow. Wow. Just wow. Like, it wouldn't be so bad if she wasn't naked. You know?
Well, she took the son's shirt. Why didn't you stop in the wife's and the other chick? I mean.
Yeah. So, anyways. Yeah. So, this one is one that kind of, caught my attention because of the location of it. As you said earlier, I did live in California for a while, and I spent some time in the San Diego area visiting, not staying. So there was a body that was stuffed into a barrel, and it was found floating in the San Diego Bay. Yeah.
I heard it's a regular thing over that way.
It's not exactly uncommon necessarily to find.
He just fell in the tub and then fell in the river.
Yeah, so an unusual odor emanating from a sealed barrel found floating in the San Diego Bay led police to a shocking discovery: human remains. The decomposed body was found stuffed inside a 55-gallon drum attached to a cinder block drifting about 200 feet from the shore on Thursday. This is not normal, said the Chula Vista Police Department Captain Eric Thurberg. We have a body crammed inside a barrel. That is not normal. Something went wrong.
It's not normal.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen every day over here.
Police said the death is being investigated as a homicide and the age and gender of the person is not known. They added that they have not been able to find or contact the person who initially reported it either. The barrel was pulled out of the water and loaded onto a truck where it is being looked at by a medical examiner, and authorities right now are holding off on saying whether the discovery is linked to any missing persons cases. Certainly understand the need for closure for families and the hope, however, it's premature to even articulate who might be in the barrel.
Wow. Well, you know, if they were smart about it, they pulled the fingernails and the teeth.
I was gonna say, and they have a video to go with it. So I actually haven't. I haven't watched the video myself yet, but they have a video of them in the barrel and the cops. So I'm gonna throw that up on the Facebook page as well. And
you being a new mother, I wanted to once you throw that up there, I wanted to be the one to bring you a douchebag criminal a day because this is gonna piss you off. And you being a mother. and I just come across it. I know you had one lined up to close the show.
Yeah, I did.
So we can do a bonus for him if you want.
All right.
But I this one really pisses me off, and this is gonna piss some parents off. So, what would you do? Your kid is on the school bus, and an angry man hangs out in front of a moving school bus to shout obscenities at students on the school bus. The facial expression on your face right now.
Go ahead and read the story.
All right, so Laverne Doreen attempted to stop a school bus, according to police in Baltimore. A man who thought students threw a plastic bottle at his car was so angry that he attempted to climb onto the bonnet of the moving school bus, the bonnet being the front hood of the school bus. And he man, the thing is about this is it all led to a bizarre video in which Duran is seen holding onto the bus as it slowly moves forward, slamming the bonnet and demanding to be let in the school bus. Fearing for the safety of the students, the Maryland bus driver refused, obviously for obvious reasons, to stop and move towards a nearby moved towards a nearby police station before an off-duty officer intervened and Doreen was arrested while still on the front hood of this bonnet of the bus. The 68-year-old is now facing charges including destruction of property and disturbing the peace. Baltimore County Police Sergeant Andrea Balin says that we happened to have an off-duty officer who was present in the area who assisted and intervened quickly. He came over, separated all the parties, and at that time, the suspect was arrested on scene without incident for scaring the living daylights out of the children.
That's wow. I just yeah, no.
Look at the look at the picture.
Oh wow.
Okay, so I'm gonna post the video. There's a video. And,
yeah, I definitely. I would like.
I think there's a video. So we're gonna post that up on Facebook.com/ANTMAN.
Crazy old white man.
Yep. Yep.
Crazy old white man. That's what it is.
We're gonna
Crazy
share
old white
that
man.
story, and you guys can check it out on ANTMANVS.com.
Wow. Well, to follow that up here, I have by far to go along with that our douchebag criminal of the day. So a mom was busted buying heroin while her son waited in the car.
Whoa.
Yeah. So a Long Island mom was allegedly caught buying heroin while her 4-year-old son waited in the car. Gianova Mirando, 34, parked her 2004 Toyota Corolla on the street in Holbrook on Friday around 2:30 p.m. when her passenger, Nicholas Verna, 32, hopped out and bought the drug from Michael Skilla, who is also 32, a few steps away, according to Suffolk County Police. Verna returned to the car, kept some of the drugs, and handed her the rest of them. As Miranda started to drive away, detectives and officers stationed nearby pulled her over and found the little boy in the back seat, according to police. She is from Middle Island and was charged with criminal possession of a controlled substance and endangering the welfare of a child. She was released on bail and will be arraigned at a later date. Verna and Skilla were charged with criminal sale of a controlled substance and criminal possession of controlled substance. Both were arraigned on Saturday.
Wow.
So the good thing about this, at least they're all going to be in jail.
I mean...
Well, okay, at least the guys will be in jail. She clearly needs to be in rehab, but, you know, that's a topic for another day. Because I could go on and on about how we put people in jail who are addicts instead of getting them in rehab, which is what they actually need.
All right.
Next week.
Yeah, next week.
Tune in next week for Siobhan's rant.
Damn. All right, guys. So we have to get out of here. It is 10 o'clock. I hope you guys had fun hanging out with us, man. I know that I had fun. Thank you, Siobhan, for coming and hanging out with us.
Absolutely.
I want to give a shout out to Columbus Botanical Depot, my man Joe, CBDHempHealth.com. 10% off of your first purchase, up to 10% off of your first purchase, with hashtag ANTMANVS. And also Ryan Woods of Raw Designs, designsbyraw.com. Give him a call, 614-425-7901. Also, 5 to 10% off of your first purchase with hashtag AntmanVS as well. YouTube.com/RockEXTV. Awesome YouTube partner, my man Dave Sheets from PhotoNation AP. ZTVMag.com. I want to give a huge shout out to Lynette's Country Barbecue and Lynette's Children's Charity. We're going to get behind them and we're going to start doing some stuff for them. It's going to be fun.